Hello students, a very fresh and beautiful morning to all of you. I hope you all are in good health and taking great care of yourself. Welcome back to our English class. As you know students that we are done with our course book syllabus, Unit 5 and Unit 6, and in both the units we have cancelled section 2 according to your PT2 syllabus. So today we would be starting with our next topic, that is from your grammar book, Adventures with Grammar and Composition. And today we would be doing chapter number 9, Perfect Tenses. It's on page number 72. So I request you all to open your textbook, open page number 72. Now here, as you know, as you can see the name, verbs, that means action words, right? And we are going to study about the perfect tenses. In English, when we are looking at the verbs, right, we come to know about the tenses and we talk about 3 times. What are those 3 times? Present, past and future, right? And if we consider the state of action, right, then we have 4 states of action. One is simple, another is continuous, then we have perfect, and the last one is perfect continuous. So as you know, in the simple tense, we talk about the regular activities which are going on in present, or something which had happened in the past, or something which would be going on in the present. When we are talking about continuous tense, we are talking about those activities which are going on at the moment while we speak about them, right? And in this chapter, we are going to study about perfect tenses. So we would be looking for present perfect tense and present perfect continuous, and we would be learning past perfect tense and past perfect continuous tense. So let's start our chapter. The freshwater eels travel 6,000 kilometers in the sea to lay eggs, but nobody knows how they are able to travel so far. Grandma and friends want to solve the mystery of these eels. So let's see what they are up to. We have been following these eels for hours. We should turn back now. The eels have increased their speed. We are going to lose them. Yes, by the time we reach the sea, the baby eels will have grown up and moved away. So students, if you see these sentences in all the 3 bubbles, all of them are having perfect tenses. Now let's just read out what the perfect tense is. If you read the sentences, the eels have increased their speed. I had told her about the plan before she left. And by the time we reach the sea, the baby eels will have grown up. So all the 3 sentences given over here are in perfect tense. So let's see what perfect tense talks about. The perfect tenses talks about the actions that has just been completed. That is called present perfect tense. जैसे कि पहला sentence है, have increased. That means here we are talking about an action which has just completed, मतलब अभी हाल ही में ख़त्म हुई है और उसके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं. Then that comes under present perfect tense. Actions that were completed in past before a given moment, that is called past perfect tense. Over here, if you see the second sentence, students, I had told her about the plan before she left. So here there is another moment which happened in past, वो चली गई और उसके पहले ये बात हो चुकी थी. I had told her about the plan. That means you can say that the action was completed in past. ठीक है, पहले ही खत्म हो गई थी दूसरी एक्शन होने से पहले, मतलब शी लेफ्ट, दैट एक्शन हैपेंड आफ्टरवर्ड्स, और उसके पहले ही प्लान डिस्कस हो गया था या फिर बता दिया था उसको. दैट वॉज एन अनदर एक्शन विच हैड ऑलरेडी कंप्लीटेड इन द पास्ट, एंड ओवर देयर वी आर गोइंग टू यूज पास्ट परफेक्ट टेंस. And the actions that will be completed before a given future moment, then that is called future perfect tense. So students, you need to remember perfect tenses किसके बारे में बात करता है. If we are talking about present perfect, we talk about the actions जो अभी हाल ही में ख़त्म हुई है, right? If we are talking about past perfect, so over there two actions have taken place. ठीक है, पहली एक्शन हुई और उसके बाद दूसरी फॉलो हुई और वो दोनों ही ख़त्म हो गई, ठीक है, पास्ट में. बट द फर्स्ट वन इज रिटर्न डाउन इन द पास्ट परफेक्ट टेंस. वी वुड बी लर्निंग दैट अहेड, आगे है तो हम उधर देखेंगे कैसे करते हैं वो. एंड येस, फ्यूचर परफेक्ट टेंस वी वोंट बी डूइंग फॉर आवर टर्म 2 सिलेबस. इफ आई गेट द चांस आई वुड एक्सप्लेन यू आफ्टरवर्ड्स. So let's move on towards our first topic, that is present perfect tense. It's on page number 73. When do we use present perfect tense? We use present perfect tense to talk about the things that have just happened, right? The things which have just got over or just completed, then we are going to use present perfect tense. The examples are given over here. Let's read that. Tarika has completed her homework. Mother has left her mobile behind. There has been an accident on the highway. Now here students, you can take these activities which have been completed at the time of talking. जब हम बात कर रहे हैं उस वक्त वो चीज़ complete हो चुकी है, ठीक है. So that's the reason we have used present perfect tense over here. We also use present perfect tense when we talk about the things that have happened before and continue to happen or might happen again. जैसे कि मान लो कि आपकी स्कूल में एनुअल फंक्शन होता है, राइट, हर साल. तो अभी इस साल हो गया, तो अभी नेक्स्ट ईयर भी होने वाला है, राइट. दैट मीन्स दैट थिंग इज गोइंग टू हैपन अगेन एंड अगेन. मोस्ट प्रोबेबली इट्स नॉट गोइंग टू हैपन फ्रीक्वेंटली, बट येस इट माइट हैपन आफ्टर सम टाइम एंड दैट इज डिसाइडेड. तो उसके लिए भी हम प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट टेंस यूज कर सकते हैं, ठीक है. एंड हाउ डू वी फॉर्म प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट टेंस? वी हैव टू यूज हैज़ और हैव. द प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट tense is formed using has or have, plus we are going to use verb past participle. So you need to remember, when we are talking about perfect tense, हमारा जो verb होगा वो हमेशा past participle होगा, okay. So remember that whenever we are talking about perfect, whether it is present or it is past, we are going to use past participle of our verb, and along with it we are going to use has or have according to our subject. So when are we going to use has and when are we going to use have? So we are going to use has only with third person singular, that is he, she and it. Sorry. Okay. So we would be using has for third person singular. He, she and it pronoun है, और उस कैटेगरी में जो भी नाउन्स आते हैं, जैसे कि मान लो किसी लड़के का नाम है या फिर लड़की का नाम है, और इफ इट्स नेम ऑफ सम एनिमल और अ थिंग और प्लेस, राइट, देन इट कम्स. एंड इफ इट इज सिंगुलर, रिमेंबर दैट, इफ इट इज सिंगुलर देन ओनली यू आर गोइंग टू यूज हैज, ठीक है. So we form present perfect tense with auxiliary verb has or have plus the past participle of the verb. And you can see here We use have with pronouns I, we, you and they, and we use has with he, she and it. So remember that. Okay. Here they have given one sentence. Let's see that. I have finished the last slice of the pizza. So here I is the subject, and along with it, as you know, we have has or have. Along with I, we are going to use have. Finished is the past participle of the verb finish, right? Finish is the base form जिसको हम V1 भी कहते हैं. Okay. And finished, which is the past participle, this one, that can also be called, V3, मतलब तीसरा फॉर्म गिना जाता है वर्ब का, क्योंकि दूसरा फॉर्म कौन सा होता है? पास्ट टेंस. एंड दिस इज द थर्ड फॉर्म. ऑल्दो सम वर्ड्स हमने आगे आपने पढ़ा होगा पहले भी कि जो कुछ वर्ड्स होते हैं जैसे कि रेगुलर वर्ब्स है. दिस इज अ रेगुलर वर्ब एंड इट मोस्टली एंड्स इन ईडी एंड उसका पास्ट टेंस और पास्ट पार्टिसिपल सेम होता है. ठीक है. एंड आई होप दैट यू नो व्हाट आर रेगुलर एंड इरेगुलर वर्ब्स. रेगुलर वर्ब्स मीन्स जिसमें हम ईडी, डी या आईईडी लगा के चेंज कर सकते हैं वर्ब, उसको हम रेगुलर वर्ब्स में गिनते हैं. एंड दोज वर्ब्स विच टोटली चेंजेस इन पास्ट टेंस एंड past participle, then those are considered to be irregular verbs. Okay, we have won the game. Anshul has written the essay well, and all my friends have reached the playground, and the elephant has started eating. So here students, if you see the sentence, first one, we is plural, first person, इसीलिए have one लिखा है. Anshul represents थर्ड पर्सन सिंगुलर, इसीलिए उसके साथ हमने यूज़ किया है हैज़ रिटन. ऑल माई फ्रेंड्स, दीज इज थर्ड पर्सन प्लूरल, राइट. ऑल माई फ्रेंड्स मतलब काफ़ी सारे हैं, तो थर्ड पर्सन प्लूरल है, इसलिए हमने वापस हैव यूज़ किया है. एंड द लास्ट वन, द एलिफेंट, इट अगेन फॉल्स इन द कैटेगरी ऑफ थर्ड पर्सन सिंगुलर. ओके. So students, I hope that you have understood the formation of present perfect tense. As shown above, in present perfect tense, we'll use appropriate form of have with the past participle of the main verbs. Remember that although some verbs add ed to change the form, some verbs change vowel or consonant. जैसे कि मैंने आपको अभी बताया कि verbs are divided into two parts. One is regular and another is irregular. So regular verbs कौन से होते हैं? The verbs in which you can just add ed, ied or d and change the form. That means base form से past tense में और past से past participle, right? तो वो होता है regular, और जिसके लिए हमें verb को पूरा change करना पड़े. जैसे कि यहाँ पे मान लो word है win, right? So when you write past tense, it would become one. So यहाँ पे जो हमारा vowel था वो हमने change कर लिया. For example, if I say write, तो उसका हो जाता है wrote. So again we are changing I to O. And if we make past participle of it, then it would be return. ठीक है. और तो ये हो गया आपका irregular verb. If we write start, we can add ed to it and make V2 and V3. दोनों सेम होता है. So ये जो verb है start, ठीक है, start is the base form, that means V1, then V2 is started and V3 is also started. मतलब past tense और past participle सेम है, और ये आएगा आपका regular verb के अंदर. ठीक है. And there are some more verbs का लिस्ट दिया हुआ है along with past and past participle form on page 44 and 45, so you can have a look over there. Now let's identify the mistakes over here and underline them and rewrite the sentence in the given space below. My brother have changed schools. So students, what do you think? What is the mistake over here? Let's see the subject first. Here the subject of the sentence is my brother, which is singular and it represents third person, right? ये कौन सा है? थर्ड पर्सन सिंगुलर है और उसके साथ हम हैव नहीं यूज़ करते हैं, हैज़ यूज़ करते हैं. सो वी आर गोइंग टू राइट माई ब्रदर हैज़ चेंज्ड स्कूल्स. ओके, यहाँ पे जो हमारा वर्ब का पास्ट पार्टिसिपल है वो सही है. सेकेंड वन, अनुष्का हैज़ वेंट टू कोलकाता फॉर द हॉलीडेज. सो हियर अनुष्का इज थर्ड पर्सन सिंगुलर. अलॉन्ग विथ इट हैज़ तो सही यूज़ किया है ना. थर्ड पर्सन सिंगुलर के साथ हमें हैज़ ही यूज़ करना होता है. एंड द वर्ब ओवर हियर इज वेंट एंड वेंट इज द पास्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब गो. गो, वेंट, गॉन. ठीक है. सो यहाँ पे हम क्या यूज़ करेंगे? गॉन यूज़ करेंगे क्योंकि वो हमारा V3 है और वेंट क्या है? हमारा पास्ट टेंस है, V2. सो when we are making a perfect tense, right, we have to use V3, that means the past participle. So यहाँ पे हम आंसर लिखेंगे अनुष्का has gone to Kolkata for the holidays. Let's see next one. Milind has gave me a really nice birthday present. Here Milind represents third person singular. Along with it they have used has, which is right. और जो verb है वो है हमारा gave. Now what do you think? What would be the past participle of the verb give? Give है हमारा first form V1. Give is our second form, that is past form, and third one is given, which is our past participle. So the answer would be Milind has given really nice birthday present. Let's see next one. Sorry, I forgotten the song. Yes, here students, when we are making past perfect tense, they haven't used one most important thing, that is has or have. And along with I, we are going to use have. I have forgotten. Forgotten is the V3, that is past participle, so that is right. So हम लिखेंगे यहाँ पे I have forgotten. Let's see the fifth one. Mayur and his friend has read these books. Now students, here Mayur and his friend, we have two people, right? That means that represents third person plural. So along with it we have to use have, not has. और read है वो read ही रहेगा because there are some verbs which do not change. So here हम जब present tense होता है तो हम read बोलते हैं और अगर पास्ट टेंस है या पास्ट परफेक्ट है, सॉरी पास्ट पार्टिसिपल है, एट दैट टाइम वी आर गोइंग टू से रेड. सो मयूर एंड हिज फ्रेंड्स हैव रेड दीज बुक्स. नाउ लेट्स सी द नेगेटिव सेंटेंसेस इन परफेक्ट टेंसेस. इट्स वेरी सिंपल. टू फॉर्म नेगेटिव सेंटेंस इन प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट वी जस्ट एड नॉट बिटवीन हैज़ एंड हैव एंड द पास्ट पार्टिसिपल. जैसे कि यहाँ दिखाया गया है, सुमित एंड माधव have not seen. So here we have has or have and we have past participle और उसके बीच में ऐड हुआ है not. ठीक है. Sumit and Madhav, they represent third person plural, that's why they have used have. And also you can use the contraction have not की जगह पर आप यूज़ कर सकते हो haven't, and has not की जगह पर आप यूज़ कर सकते हो hasn't. Okay. For example, my parents have not been to Goa and my parents haven't been to Goa. That are same. The only thing is we have contracted the word have not. Okay. In the same way, Ujjwala has not brought her new book and Ujjwala hasn't brought her new book. That are same. So let's see the exercise related to it. We need to read the following conversation and choose the correct form of verbs to fill in the blanks. Ritvik, I met our neighbor yesterday. She is from Chennai. So Mayank said, I have not met her yet. I have not met her yet. I के साथ have, then we have placed not and meet का past participle है met. But I dash her name. She is famous author. So I के साथ वापस हम यूज़ करेंगे have and here का past participle heard. But I have heard her name. Ritvik, is she? I dash any of her books. Again I, along with it we are going to use have, not, read. राइट हमने आगे ही देखा रीड का पास्ट पार्टिसिपल और पास्ट टेंस सेम ही रहता है. वी जस्ट प्रोनाउंस इट रेड. नेक्स्ट वन मयंक, आई हैड गेस्ड दैट मच. शी डैश ओनली डैश गुड बुक्स सो फार. दैट्स नॉट रियली योर टेस्ट, इज इट? So here students, along with she, which is third person singular, we are going to use has. She has only, right का हो जाएगा written good books so far. So Ritvik says, my taste in books dash since the Twilight series. So here students, we are talking about taste. So we are going to use has, evolved. Right? So I hope that this is also clear. Now let's move on to interrogative sentence. Well students, and if you feel that I am going with a little bit speed, then you can obviously clear your doubts in the live session. And if not, then it's well and good. Let's see interrogative sentences. While forming yes or no questions, we begin with has or have and then place the subject noun and follow it up with the past participle. अगर हम yes no वाले क्वेश्चंस बनाते हैं राइट, जिसके अंदर ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब्स हैज़ और हैव ही होते हैं राइट, देन वी आर गोइंग टू प्लेस दैट वर्ब ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब बिफोर, जैसे कि यहाँ पे है. उसके बाद आएगा हमारा सब्जेक्ट. देन वी आर गोइंग टू यूज़ द पास्ट पार्टिसिपल ऑफ आवर वर्ब. एंड इफ इट इज़ नेगेटिव सेंटेंस वी आर गोइंग टू यूज़ नॉट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, हैज़ सारा बीन टू लंडन? Or has Julia not left for Mysore yet? So here students, has और not अलग लिखा है. आप ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो, hasn't Julia left for Mysore yet? Okay, it's not necessary कि आप has और not अलग लिखो या have और not अलग लिखो. You can combine it and write it first. Haven't या hasn't आप लिख सकते हो. जैसे कि यहाँ पे एग्जाम्पल है, has Ritu got her assignments back? Have you not travelled by a plane before? And haven't you met Medha before? So here there are two sentences with haven't. एक है ये वाला जिसमें have और not साथ में है, और ये वाला है जिसमें have और not अलग अलग है. So both the methods are right. You can write it in whichever way you want. And while we are forming WH questions in the present perfect tense, we begin with WH word. Then we place has or have after it followed by the subject. So let's see the formation over here. If the question is with WH word, right? Just say what, when, who, whom, whose, why, how, right? ये सारे अगर आपके क्वेश्चन के बिगिनिंग है, येस और नो वाले क्वेश्चंस नहीं हैं, देन वी वुड बी प्लेसिंग द सेम वर्ड फर्स्ट, WH वाला. देन वी आर गोइंग टू राइट हैज़ और हैव अकॉर्डिंग टू द सब्जेक्ट. देन वी वुड बी प्लेसिंग आवर सब्जेक्ट एंड देन द पास्ट पार्टिसिपल. एंड इफ नॉट इज देयर, यू कैन राइट इट आफ्टर द सब्जेक्ट और यू कैन राइट अलॉन्ग विथ द हैज़ और हैव ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब. ठीक है, जैसे कि what have you got in your pocket? And when has she not spoken the truth? Now instead of this you can also write when hasn't she spoken the truth? Okay, that would also be right. So students, I request you to complete this exercise, exercise C. That is your homework which you would be doing it, and we will check it in the live class. Okay. I hope that you understood the present perfect tense properly.